Alright, I've started. We're gonna do a little intro.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the video.
And all those speedrun clips you just saw were done by me.
Today, we're gonna be ranking every prison in Escapist 1.
Let's
Blake, you have to
go.
animate this whole video.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
And-
Blake, I might need to chat you up for the thumbnail for the hide and seek video.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. He'll make this one too. Alright, so
You're making all of my escapist thumbnails from now on.
you're doing
And you're-
everything.
I'll do the
now.
best I
Hey.
can.
Ooh, more escapist content from Generic Mystic. Ooh.
Hey, if the
Ooh.
hide and seek video does well, I might just do more of them.
It
and
will definitely
once a
do
year.
well.
It'll
About
do
time.
Never know,
immaculately.
escapists might have fallen off.
Money machine.
Don't worry. Whenever
Escapist
I
fell
post,
off 5 years
it
ago,
gets,
bro.
It gets 50 views or it gets 1,300. Alright, so basically, we're gonna rank all the maps. I guess we'll do a little introduction around the board. Can we start with Mystic?
I am generic mystic. I'm really bad at intros and outros. I don't know half of these prisons, but I'm here anyways.
Let's go. Gotta fill the player count. Let's go to the bottom left, Blake.
What's up, guys? I'm Blake the Block, and you might know me from the hit children's video, I Suck at Destroying Rafts.
No one knows what that is.
Well, they'll know what I'm talking about, I trust
fourth.
me.
He's the fourth, so like you get 3 people
They'll
you actually care
understand,
about,
alright?
and you need someone to
esoteric.
fill.
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
to fill
there's
the
like...
lobby.
I'm the one that gets views.
He's the squad's fill. He's the squad's
I will
fill.
have to make a community post about this video. That's my one
And-
obligation for being here.
And last and most certainly least is Turtles.
Okay. I am Turtles, and I like the Escapists.
And I don't play it.
Round of applause.
Okay, I played it like a couple days ago. It was pretty fun.
My name is
Um,
Turtles. I sit on world records and I don't post them because I don't care enough to.
He has none. He has none.
I used to have
Not
DTAF. I
anymore.
think someone beat it. I think someone beat the DTAF.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cox beat every record.
Oh, this
Some people
My
have
cock.
no life. Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Hot
not
DC.
any knock. No knock at him.
That joke has
No
never
knock
been
at
made.
him. All right. What did I want to say next?
May I ask what the point of that fill out log thing was that you made us all do?
Oh, that was for feeding my curiosity and because it gave me some good stats that I will be
Okay.
maybe probably not referencing. So first is Center Perks tutorial map, first map in the game. Anybody have anything they want to start off with?
Roof
Any
escape is pretty
strong
cool.
feelings?
No one does roof escape.
Any
only the cool kids do
actual
roof escape.
Only the
things to say?
only the speedrunners do roof escape.
Oh, that would be me.
Of the OG6, it honestly feels like it's the largest of all the maps.
Definitely the most
Because just-
iconic.
Oh
Yeah.
It's a
I wonder
good
why.
beginner map.
So immediately going into the form, I think this was one of the more polarizing maps in terms of overall ranking. All 3 of you gave it a 5 or above, so 5, 6, and 7. I gave it a
Oh
2.
no.
I gave it a 2.
Why'd you give it a 2? You racist?
Why?
So I have the maps open.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, point of Center Perks is you have to cut the fence at nighttime. And a main gimmick, or supposed to be gimmick, is you have to get out of the prison. And for a beginner player, keys don't come intuitively. Like, keys aren't a thing. And I'm not expecting any beginner player to know you can just tank lockdown and just cut during lockdown. Your choices are a purple key, the roof, and this stupid fucking wall right here that makes all of that worthless. Because any person who's played the tutorial can see this very clearly placed chippable wall here, and it completely removes any merit to looking for another route, and I think it makes
No,
this
no,
map-
no.
Go up.
Well, that
I
is
don't
the
think
route.
so. I actually, when I started playing the Escapists, I would just go through my cell walls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
that's what
people
everyone
go
does,
into the maintenance shaft and then go up and then cut out
Yeah.
from there.
That's the reason the shaft is there. It's right behind your cell, so then they're like, hey, I can go in there, you know?
And
Yeah,
usually
I-
there's the contraband stash
did
there, so
use
people are
that.
naturally drawn to it.
I
And then it
did
leads out
use
the back
that,
to
and
the
I do
fence.
agree with that would be fine. But I think this wall here is like part of the reason, because like it forces, like there's no looking around for other routes if you know this wall exists. I think it ruins the difficulty because this map is so unbelievably easy that it like is a bad thing. Like
Yeah,
It's
but you
the
also have to
first
think
map.
whenever people start out, no one knows what they're doing and they're going to play overly safe.
Yeah, and it still teaches you how to chip walls if you're chipping through that front entrance.
Yeah, like
I-
the tutorial
no, I
sucks
agree
in
with
this
that.
game.
But I
So-
think it's too easy. Like I think you can accidentally escape this on like your first or second day purely on accident without knowing, like as long as you know like, oh, I can cut fences at nighttime and the purple doors close, I think you can escape this on accident on day 2.
I don't think a
and
new
you-
player will escape on
No.
accident. You escape on accident in Center Perks 2.0. That's where you escape
Yeah.
on accident.
I watch like Escapist live streams of beginners playing it, and they're on day like 14 and have fully stacked items for no reason. Like no one's thinking about just chipping the wall and going out.
I will say it does do the large map the best, but I don't like large maps in general, especially ones where you have to run far distances like these two. But I think this is the best large map in the game.
Don't even say that about Center Perks, dude. London Tower is the worst for that.
No, wait till we get to Santa's.
No.
Okay, Santa's.
Santa's
Okay,
is the
I'd
best.
actually die on Santa's in a speedrun one time.
Alright.
Santa's switch off his cancer. The fucking gym shower shit is awful.
Yeah, that is the
Oh.
worst.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
All of the unique escape DLC maps are massive.
Yeah, and some of them do it well, and I think large maps don't really work, in my opinion, because I think they give you
It's
too many. It's
open
like
for a
information
reason.
overload. I think it's information overload, though, in my opinion.
Honestly,
I
I
think
guess Center
the
Perks
first
would
map-
be.
It's excusable to be large because of the fact that people are going to see this and it's like they're going to naturally want to explore, and doing that on the first map is encouraged whenever there's little risk and it's not supposed to be too difficult. You're given a lot of options, some of which are really easy, some of which are a little bit less easy, but they're a lot more safe.
Let's
I
go
like
with
B.
Let's go with
B.
yeah. What are we thinking,
I'm thinking a high B.
I think like mid B.
Mystic?
Are we gonna do the high and low stuff like in?
I
the
will.
thing?
We will
Yeah.
order in the tiers. Yes.
Yeah. Whatever the like average middle of the road, maybe a little bit above that, because it sets the
Alright.
standard.
I'm thinking either we get a top C or a very bottom of B.
We'll
Still
adjust
B,
it as
man.
needed.
Stalag is Center
C.
Perks, but with electric fence and red key.
That I
Stallag
can
is
definitely agree with.
so linear. There's like one
I-
way to escape.
I made a specific note about Stallag. It's the fact that a
Yeah.
lot of it is outside, so you can get away with a lot less.
Notably, I will say that Blake, me, and Turtles gave the exact same rating of before, and Mystic gave it a 6.
Oh wow.
I think it works as a step up in difficulty, and
I've always seen
it's
it.
done well enough to where I think it's a little bit better than Center Perks.
I've always
I
seen it
see
as
it as a
like
downgrade.
introducing things. Like,
Yeah, I mean the
introducing
first two maps
generator.
introduce the most things. I think Shankton is the first real map, and it does
Yeah,
introduce digging, but I think it's like the final. Obviously, it's like the first 3. Those are more the tutorial, but I think Shankton is more like a real map versus these two.
I agree. There's a huge step up from Stalag to Shankton, I think.
I think I agree with Mystic. The outside.
Because you're introduced to the like real necessity of keys. You get introduced to the whole generator mechanic, which is a staple throughout pretty much all the prisons. You have the bigger threat of snipers in this prison. Meanwhile, in like Center Perks, you have the 2 courtyards. You're never going to go outside the prison on your own volition. Makes you think more carefully about when you do things and where you do them.
I also do think with the escape, I think the biggest problem with it is that this fence here is just straight up chippable or cuttable, and this area down here is impossible to get seen in. It removes any real danger in this escape because obviously if we're wearing a guard outfit, like guard outfit, red key, and cutters, there's no chance of being caught like doing something illegal. Like you don't have to chip a hole, you don't have to leave a hole in the ground. And I think there's no real way to know that this area is not checked. I think it would be better if this fence here was not cuttable, and you had to go somewhere else, like maybe down here.
This is a side note. Like, I'm pretty sure the amount of people that I've been in that guards quarters is like in the single digits, like ever.
Oh yeah, I'm probably.
Oh yeah, what even is that? I've never seen that. I swear.
I've
It's
only
just
ever
so
been there
fucking
for
out of the way.
only ever been there for a dig out escape. You're talking about over here, by the way. I've only ever
Why
been
are you
out for a
digging over
dig
there
out
though?
for a speed run.
What's fast about it?
We're speed
It's
running.
it's indoors, so it's the closest thing to the edge of the map that's indoors. I'd probably place it maybe below, maybe a tier below. Definitely mid upper C tier.
Yeah, like high C. Oh, I see.
But-
That's the drink.
All right.
I mean, I can see it.
Oh,
I generally
anybody get
tend to
that?
not like the mostly outdoor maps as much.
Yeah, I saw that.
But it's a toss-up, really, for me.
Shankton has too many desks, I think.
Yeah, I think it. I
Shankton's
slightly
just
agree,
too
but
like it's like
Well, you
it's
also
a
have to-
difficulty spike, like a major difficulty spike.
Y'all have to realize, like, Shankton was the first map like ever made for the Escapists. So
Alright, I don't care.
I mean,
Yeah, that
well,
doesn't mean much.
I mean, I don't know.
you can see based on the layout, but
The
Yeah.
average player does not know that was the first map ever made.
Well, yeah, but like
but
just
it does
taking that
affect the
into
construction of
consideration.
it. It does affect
Yeah.
how it's made. I mean, you can also tell with the most useless contraband detector of all time on the bottom down here.
Yeah.
When
That
you
is
can
a
just
TE2
go out the
contraband
top.
detector.
Yeah, like US is an anomaly contraband detector.
Yeah. Where the whole gimmick is, guys, you can go around it.
Don't worry, it compounds the same way.
Yeah. I think you can see the more desks as a positive and a negative. I think it's a positive, personally.
It's a
Like, more
positive.
desks.
Yeah, you need more stuff to get out, anyways.
Yeah, you definitely do need a. I think you can.
can
If
do
you had
roof.
more energy, you can do a lightweight. I think if you craft it halfway, but most people are just gonna make a sturdy shovel.
If they know what a high wall is.
Well, you can't chip the wall, obviously. Like, you go
Well,
out
yeah.
there and you can see.
Most beginner players go down by the generator, cut that fence to the left of it, and then dig
What
under
are
the
the
wall.
What
That's
are the
I
cell
do.
phone tips for this prison?
I don't know.
Is that in
I think it's
properties
just
for this editor?
It's just
I think one of
general
them's the
tips,
bed
I think.
dummy. I think one of them's the bed dummy.
Protest
Check the
numbers.
properties tab.
Yeah, check
See
the
if-
It
properties.
doesn't work. It doesn't really work. Just says-
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Forgot he put them.
Does it have
I
it on
maybe
the
could
wiki?
check.
It says in the text file for the game,
Yeah.
the data file I mean.
Oh yeah, the text like for people speaking.
Data.english. It's like data.english under something, I don't know.
data_english.dat.
I know you're going with this, but what were you gonna
We'll
say
be right
about
back.
tips?
We're growing,
Oh.
pause.
I know where you're going. Prison roof has layers, scraps, and rope. If you want
So it's
to lower
roof
the
escape.
risk, store them in vents. Careful when working on escape route. Fake walls, fake vent covers the hydrant.
So yeah, just general tips.
Yeah, they're always general tips, but
Well, no, Jungle has ones for the the unique escape.
Yeah.
For future reference, you shouldn't pause the recording. That's why you just cut out the silent gaps.
or
Because,
you
like,
pause it.
If you're not
because-
recording, that's risking something happening, and then it doesn't get caught. But you can always cut out things later.
Who has more subscribers? Blake the Block?
Okay, my subscriber count does not reflect my ability to make videos.
Sometimes I pause mid-recording.
Yeah, Mystic said it.
It's
What are you gonna
unprofessional.
do? What are you gonna do about it?
Arrgh.
Well, I do really like the roof. Nobody is making a grappling hook on Shankton.
Yeah, Roof Escape is kind of just like for people who only know it exists. I have never
Yeah,
been
my-
up there. I'm on top of the metal shop.
Neither have I. I think the only problem with this map's roof is it requires a grappling hook to do anything with it. Unless you come up on this, on like these ones, which are like borderline impossible to get to. Without like a step ladder. But
I
I
just
think
realized there's no roof above visitation. I didn't know that. Some custom prison shit.
look at these spotlights. Got enough?
I don't think those are spotlights.
That is 60 is a spotlight.
How does
Oh
that look
my
in game?
gosh.
That's gotta be broken as shit.
I don't know. I've never been there. I don't know if you guys bought the tips, but I definitely did
I
not
never
buy
bought
the
the
tips.
tips.
I think I bought,
I bought the
them
tips the
them
first time I
sometimes.
played.
Yeah, I bought
No,
them on
because the
Center
tips.
Perks.
All right, the thing with the tips is they throw you off because in center perks the tips are, or like center perks and like Stallag, the tips are fucking ass. So like a new player will buy one tip, see how shit it is, and just never buy one again.
The
I've
guard
seen it
types
happen
limit
time and
your
time.
actions.
No. I'm Stallag 1 or Stallag 1. Yeah, if you have several favors where you need to return items to inmates, the easiest way to do this is as I recall. Like that's
Yeah,
shit.
it's literally useless. Yeah, I feel that. That's a reincarcerated topic. Cough, cough.
Oh, tips.
Cough hack.
I don't know.
Actual
I might keep
good
them the same.
tips.
Like teaches you how to do glitches. That's a payphone I need.
It's just you how to do glitches in reincarcerated.
Crafting
Where
there's tutorial.
there's gonna be no glitches, guys. There will be no glitches.
Blake has already found like all of them.
Please say there's crafting note.
Did you guys know that HMP? Of course you guys know, but it has like a
Yes.
like there was an intentional secret where you can dig out.
Yeah.
You could dig under the white door, yeah.
That's
No, I mean like
exactly
off
what
the
it's doing.
island.
Oh yeah, that's not
I don't
intentional.
think that's like a secret.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
it is intentional. No, it's 100%
It's not
To be
intentional.
able to
intentional.
skip
I
the
promise
raft.
you. I promise you.
No.
It is intentional.
Digging
Dude, it
underground.
is.
Digging
Yes, it is.
underground. Escaping underground is in no way intentional.
Yeah,
Otherwise, they
underwater.
would have done something
digging.
about it on Jungle.
I promise you.
You can
Chris
skip
Davis,
dives on Jungle.
it was intentional. I know he knew what he was
That's
doing.
like
Right?
that's like saying digging in Santa's sweatshop is intentional, bruh.
Yeah.
You're still
No, I
doing
swear. Okay,
underwater.
open HMP Iron Gate right now. Open.
Oh, I know what you're.
I'll show you.
I know.
We know
what
you
you're
can
talking-
escape underground. We're saying that the act of escaping through a tunnel underground is not
Is
intentional.
100%
No.
not
Why would they
intentional.
leave? Why would he intentionally leave an
He
opening
didn't know
in the
it'd be a
concrete?
thing.
Why would he
Oh.
leave in crafting no glitch? I
That-
don't
okay.
know.
No.
The one that you
Why
dig
would he
past
leave an
the white
opening in the
door.
concrete? There's a
The one
concrete
past
barrier
the white door
along.
is true. Yes,
No,
that's
he
intentional. But on the
made-
right edge, that is not.
Everything's
intentional.
intentional. Everything's intentional.
Chris Davis is
I'm
not
talking
that
about the
smart.
right edge. The right
Chris Davis
edge
is
of
not
the
that
concrete.
smart.
You
I
know what you're
about.
talking about.
You know what you're talking
And you're
about.
saying that's not intentional?
No.
You can dig off the dock too. You can dig off the dock too.
Yeah.
You think that's intentional? It's the same thing.
Probably not.
There's no point in the game, in any moment in this game, where you're supposed to escape on a layer that's not the ground layer, except for Paracentral Pen.
Yeah.
That is the only map where it's supposed to be a thing, and it's because Chris didn't think anybody would try to escape on a different layer because you probably
Chris
didn't
is
think it was
retarded.
Did you
possible.
just call him Christian?
Chris.
No,
No, Chris
I
didn't.
said
He said Chris,
Chris
didn't.
didn't.
Christopher
Oh.
Davidson.
Yeah, Christopher
Jeez.
Davidson. All
I
right,
like how they're
tier
Christian.
list. Let's tier list.
Chris Davis.
Where are we thinking with Shankton?
It's like a C, mid C or low or high D maybe.
I was thinking B.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
B.
above
It's a good
center
prison.
first.
Really? Okay. Okay.
I have no opinion on this prison. I think
It's so mid.
as-
It's a major
It is so
difficulty
mid.
spike. That's all I'll say.
Let me.
It'll
let
be
me
the
read
same
what
as
you guys
first
said.
week.
I have heard so many people say that Shankton is the best map ever and is the one map that
It's very.
Team
It,
17 loves referencing, even though it is boring.
what I'll say is
You
it's
lost.
set in stone. It's set in stone. It knows what it wants to do. It's a
Yeah,
solid prison.
It is the dig.
Does it know what it wants to do?
Yes, it is the dig
It wants you to
tutorial.
escape off the roof. I don't think it knows what it wants you to do well.
I think it's telling you.
Why
to
is it?
figure
Why
out
isn't
yourself.
tutorial on this list? Why aren't we ranking tutorial?
The center perks but with boxes.
Nobody
Does not
gives a
matter.
fuck.
And
Nobody
lighter
gives
on
a
screen.
fuck.
Right around the
And
screen.
Officer Fragile.
Onwards and upwards. Blake, hit us with your
Jungle.
thoughts on Jungle.
I like Jungle. It's fun.
Jungle is
One of the best prisons, definitely.
a hot take. I think it's the best of the OG6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think so too.
Okay, not a
Ooh.
hot take.
It's a
just
little. It's a
is.
little. It's a
I
little
completely
linear.
disagree. I completely.
It really
disagree.
it shoves in your face that library area. It's like, yeah, right here. Look at how fucking amazingly,
library
immaculately
is
perfect.
And no
Yeah.
guards go in there either.
Doesn't it tell you in the payphone tip? Or is that on mobile?
Yeah, like
only?
this prison is so desperate to make you go into the library.
It's on
like, it even
mobile
fucking
only.
tells you.
It's on mobile. It tells you.
It's like, yeah, look at the ladder, look at the timber, look at the metal. Get your fucking ass in here, bro. And that's all it wants you to do. There's no other way.
Yeah. I agree with Blake about linearity. I think
Yeah.
it does a few things right. I think it does the outdoor prison really well, mainly with the detector right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that one detector is the biggest bitch.
It's definitely the best aspect I think of this prison. I don't think it'd be crazy, other than maybe if you like the ID papers a lot.
It has also quite a few jobs where you need to travel in between the two sections,
Mm-hmm.
which also works well. Because the
I
entire
wish
point
there-
of this
yeah.
prison is the two sides.
Yeah, I think though, I wish there was a better way to get across than having a contraband detector. I wish we had a whole nice roof network we made up here for absolutely no purpose. I think it very easily you could have put a single metal bar at
That's
some
funny,
vents,
actually.
maybe a step ladder or something.
He put the outer wall up on the roof layer as if you would grapple over it, but there's no way there.
That's called wall jump. So it's the escape.
Maybe so that people wouldn't like go over it or something.
But you can't get to that roof.
Yeah, well, who knows? I don't know.
Wait,
I think
how
he
would-
probably
you
planned
can't.
to have grappling as a thing and then decided later on to remove it and just left that there because he assumed nobody would be able to get there. I think I wish the only way through wasn't just a contraband pouch. I think that's what I'm trying to say, and I think that's part of the reason I don't like this map as much as you guys are claiming to. Because best map of the original 6 is a little crazy in my opinion.
Well, I like San Pancho.
Yeah, I don't agree that it's the best, but I do think that it does a lot of things right.
Yeah,
I
it does a
think
lot of things right, and it's such a different prison from the first 3.
Oh
that
yeah, definitely.
It's a breath of fresh air.
It's also the first unique item escape, which is, I don't know if you guys think it's a good, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a fan of,
It gives you a secondary sort of objective when planning out your escape.
yeah, especially because nobody's thought is, oh, I can dig up here and dig out the map.
And it
Yeah,
kind of
most
explains
people,
like
they see the flashing feather in some of the prisoner shops and they're like, oh, what is this?
I just wish you could buy the crafting recipe for ID papers, or it was required to show up or something, so that you had a chance of crafting it. But I don't know, I think the first crafting note you open on this map should be the recipe for the ID papers, because I think that would genuinely be a good change so that people realize, oh, it tells me I need some signed documents to get past it in the payphone tip, but it doesn't tell me in any manner how to craft them or how to get them. I think it's too
solid
linear. Solid A. I think it's too linear.
Maybe like a high B or a low A.
yeah,
I wouldn't say it's S, I would say it's A.
yeah, definitely.
Like
I'm
a
gonna
low
throw it in
maybe.
A, but I think this is going to probably be knocked down if we have too many A's.
Yeah.
I think this
San
is a high
Pancho
score.
S tier. San Pancho S tier.
God, no.
It's the best
So-
map of the game. I love it so much.
San Pancho is
I
by
love
far
spending
the best map.
50 hours digging a tunnel, and that's
That's
all
like-
you do.
Barely any of the prison. You just get the items. That's what takes so long.
Turtles,
Okay,
you gave this a 6 in terms of.
It's
We
like
clearly
so
have a
good.
lot to say
Okay.
about San Pancho. So
I
everyone's
didn't
take
want to
a
give
turn.
it a 10. I wanted to give it like a view of like a new player, not like.
I didn't give anything a 10. I don't think any prison's perfect. Because you put perfect next to 10, so it's like...
Yeah, that's the whole
think
point. I
I
didn't
gave
want you to give any 10s. I don't think I gave anything a 10 either. I gave 10s in like categories, but not in overall.
But San Pancho is probably the best prison, in my opinion. Like,
yeah,
out of them all.
I'm seeing a 9 from Blake, and I'm seeing a 4 from Mystic.
Goodness.
Because it just
maybe,
I-
flips everything on its head. It does everything differently. Like it
Mystic?
introduces the opinion gimmick with all the prisoners hating you, and the way the fucking waypoints. They didn't put any waypoints in the prisoner area. That is never done
That is
again.
a great thing. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think it fits the map
Explain through the
aesthetic
word
perfectly.
no. Yeah.
I think it's explained through the aesthetic very well. Like with the inmates being insanely strong and being able to just immediately clip a guard. Or in theory, I don't think they can, but I think that's
Guards are so strong, actually.
Yeah, but I think I think that's one of the best mechanics on this map. But I think
it's a good mechanic. I would just wish it was introduced in a prior prison where you could rely on the guards to take care of prisoners attacking you, and then this is the step up from that.
Well, that's the trade-off in the difficulty, because you don't have guards on your ass, but you have inmates on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and it requires. I think it does require you to at least treat them better than you do on the previous maps. Because I know when I play Shankton
barrels.
stuff, I
Oh, yeah.
spam no on every single
Yeah.
quest until I get a good one. And on this map, it's very easy to get a inmate with a glass shank who does 9 damage in
Yeah.
per hit to immediately hate you.
Also, the lack of guards makes like nighttime really unique, because you can just fuck off and do whatever you want. Especially since it's really easy to get out of your cell. I think they do that on purpose. to give you kind of like, because you need to get out of your cell a lot at night to do like different things at night in this prison.
Oh yeah, and having to go on the roof to get the generator to go back down and cut the fence.
That is the
best.
best. That is my favorite mechanic on this map. Is requiring to go to the roof generator to then pop down to then cut the fence underground.
Also, the prison encourages you to chip out into an area you otherwise never go, which is one of my things that I wish they would do more often. Is make you go places you wouldn't otherwise go. They
What are
make
you
you.
talking
They
about?
encourage you. They don't make you go out, but they encourage you to go out the top there to that wood area, top left.
Oh yeah,
The only prison with mines.
yeah. I think
Like,
mines,
you don't have to go up there, but they encourage you.
I think-
It's good.
I think mines kind of suck.
Mines aren't the best, but they're a cool gimmick, I think.
Yeah, I think they're fine. I think my biggest gripe with this map is that being outside of the prison is not like you don't immediately get sent to 99 heat. You can just walk around out here in the daytime, and it's honestly safer
That is true.
than going out at night. Because you can just walk around in your inmate outfit, and as long as you hit the period, they literally don't care. And you can just walk up to the metal storage and grab as much as you want, like during the day, which I think is a little stupid because
I think most people
It
aren't going
runs
to
out
find
in
that out,
mobile.
though.
I'm pretty sure it's not that hard to figure out. I think I figured it out. And when I played,
I mean, you can
Not on
figure it
mobile,
out. It's
but-
just most people aren't going to risk trying it.
I think up here
I watched
though,
a tutorial. I watched a tutorial to escape this one, bro.
I dug out from here by my. I figured this one
That's
out like most people.
everyone does there. That's what I think. It
Yeah.
kind of does a little.
I think it's intentional.
Like the digging is cool the first time, but like it's not fun to dig out at the same time every time. So it's a little bit linear, but like not really.
Yeah, I think that is the biggest problem is how far you have to dig. But I think the timber and metal being like something that you basically have, you don't have to get them obviously, but basically have to get, especially for how many timber braces you need. I think it does that like pretty well.
I don't like that the walls are fake concrete walls. Like they're reinforced walls. They're not. You can just
Where?
chip through them.
Isn't that a bug?
Oh, around
entire
the edge.
perimeter wall.
Yeah, those are.
There was a brief update where they changed down by the front gate, like the front gate. They changed that to a garage.
A shutter. That's
Yeah.
on mobile.
No, it was on PC. It was on PC for like a while, but they
Oh, is
changed
it?
it back for some reason.
I
You're
seem to
like
remember
following
on
up
mobile,
loops.
or I remember on mobile you had to chip one of the walls on the side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
there's footage of the front gate having the.
But I
garage door.
think the Jeep is one of the stupidest mechanics in this game. I think that's not a hot
It's
take.
still scary, but like I
I hate
remember
the fucking
watching
sound it
videos.
makes.
I remember watching videos in Jungle Compound where the YouTubers were like so scared, like
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
of the
Jeep
Jeep.
for literally no reason.
Well, it can instantly send you to solitary regardless of what you're wearing.
No,
Well,
it doesn't.
guard outfit.
You,
Guard
you-
outfit
you can
does
be
it.
standing in a guard outfit next to it, chipping a wall.
You can
actively.
even use an inmate. You can use an inmate and it won't see you.
If you are actively chipping a wall, like this wall right here, and the Jeep sees you doing it, it does not care. It's only if the wall is empty.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it can do is spot open holes and open walls.
It's still pretty scary.
Yeah.
It can technically.
I wish if you were,
instant you, too.
I wish if you were chipping in front of it, it would shoot you. I wish it did the spotlight thing where it had like its headlights on, and if you were in the headlights, it would catch you. I think that would be.
Well, no, because then it would need to be
automatic
driving
is-
at you. It would be driving at you to see you.
Well, yeah, but
What?
if once you'd have to learn the direction it's going.
I mean, like if you're
it
chipping
goes-
the wall, the Jeep's gonna drive past you. It's not gonna drive at you and the wall to see you in the
Well,
headlights.
if you're chipping right here, like have it a cone, not right in front of it, but like a bigger cone area, like this big kind of deal.
Right? Oh, yeah, I suppose.
So then it could see you, and it would require you to either sing or strip it, or like walk around the other way, which is what I did. But I think any closing thoughts?
Best prison.
Yeah.
I think you convinced me that's better than what I gave it credit for. I still really don't like having to do a dig out every single time. And
I
just
agree.
But
like
would you
the
like
process is really cool. It's just
the only reason you have to dig out
You-
is because of the mines. And someone mentioned like removing the mines, but then it would just be like Stallag with no generator. Or
Yeah.
even,
yeah.
like
Mystic,
too
I just want to
easy.
say you said Iron Gate is the best of the original 6. You gave Iron Gate a 10. We're going.
What? That's crazy.
That
You
is
only have
very
to
big.
buy items.
I
That's
give it a
crazy.
9. I give
No,
it.
you gotta put sand and S. If anything's S, it's San Pancho. Like if San Pancho's not
S
making
for
it, nothing
San
is.
Pancho.
S.
That's insane.
Yeah, S. A low S maybe, but like none of these other prisons are gonna make it to S probably, except for like
D-Taff, D-Taff.
maybe D-Tap, but like
No, I think
Yes,
S tier. I can only think of 2 maps, or I think of 3 maps that I would give S tier on this. There's only 3 I would give S tier, and I don't think San Pancho is in the same level as them. So I think it deserves A tier. And
yeah,
if
that
we
shit
end
is
up
ruling A tier though.
if we end up really disagreeing on
Yeah.
like some of these ones, and like I think some of these S tier and you guys think it's all F tier, then we could maybe see it moved up. HMP Iron Gate. Let's hear from Mystic.
What did I rate that?
A 10.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even remember why I rated it a 10.
Because it's hard.
I can
probably.
read what you said. Iron Gate is the best T1 map between the early game conversation of resources to avoid cameras and stun guard rods. Get out of the walls, ride the boat out. Always hold up as one of the best when I hear the Escapists. I think Iron Gate. Can't read all this shit.
Actually, it sounds like you're writing like a fucking high school thesis.
How
You're
much
supposed to type a
work?
note.
Yeah, it's just a
No,
comment.
I read most of
When
it.
I hear
You guys wrote a
Escapist, I
lot,
think
too.
HMP Iron Gate.
I wrote like 5 words on each.
I wrote nothing.
Yeah, I just
I
scribbled
really thought
something.
you guys were just gonna be write nothing, but I wrote nothing.
You're so lazy.
Don't worry, some of them I only wrote 5 words for.
Mystic, you give it a 9 on fun, a 9 on escape, and a 9 on difficulty.
Gee, you were like the ultimate fucking HMP glazer.
So
I mean,
what?
like
what
for
do
the
you...
escape, there's a lot of different ways that you can go to get out of the prison itself.
Definitely.
Like you can try
I-
and take down one of the guards to get the red key and go out the front. You can go on the roof, and there's multiple different ways to get on the roof.
Yeah, I think the most common
Obviously-
is to zip line up here and then walk down here.
Like it's always going to funnel out towards the end to just be, oh, you need the boat. But like the process of getting out of the main prison area being different
Just need
every
a red
time.
key.
Yeah, I think
Kind
the
of-
one thing that really I don't like is these 2 doors, like these doors all being the same color. So there's no
Yeah.
like
I don't know if this should count, but you can't. Walking through that red door and the electric fence is cancer on mobile and console.
yeah, I
But
know what you're
I
talking
don't think it
about. But
counts.
also there's an iron bar you're supposed to walk across to over here on mobile.
Well, iron
So you
bars
can
are
check-
also cancer on mobile and console.
yeah,
Mobile-
I use tab.
The mobile
I
roof
use
si-
tab.
the mobile roof system is completely different on HMP for some reason.
Yeah, it's no way the same. But
You know something? I'm seriously docking this prison points for. It introduces zip lines, but does not have any reason to use them whatsoever.
I disagree.
Jesus,
I use the
Tips
zip
is
line to
important.
escape here. Zip line up here,
I guess
rope
it does
off
get
here,
you,
walk down here. I
But
think
like,
I think it's okay.
who's really gonna know to do that? But like that zip line at like the bottom right there, the bottom
Well,
of the main
see-
roof area.
The boxes block you off from roping, so you have to use. the
Yeah,
zip line.
you have to go around. Like if you want to go from here to down here, you have to zip line up here
But why do you
I
want to
wish-
go over there?
to explore. You got to find a way out.
suppose.
Clearly, I think the one thing that I do dock in regards to that on this map is it's very punishing to explore because there's not a lot of ways to get back in the map. I mean, there's the red key obviously, but like getting stuck out here, like if you're trying to explore, you're not necessarily bringing a red key with you, and you can very easily just get stuck like outside the prison. And as you know, if you get stuck outside the prison, you have to restart to the start of the day, which really sucks.
Or you
I
I just
Um,
feel like they do not utilize zip lines enough for this being the prison they're introduced in, right? I feel like they at least.
I don't think zip lines
are.
are used well in a single map in the game, like at all.
Hey, Epsilon uses them so well.
I don't think they're used well in any part of this game, so I
They're
don't think
obviously
that's really a
integral.
dog.
They're well integral, but it's obviously
It's
a big part of,
required for
Central
Paris,
Pen.
but it's only required to press the button at the escape.
I suppose, but zip lines are cool. I wish they did more with them instead of
I
just like
agree.
in
I
between
think
2
they're really
obsolete
cool.
roofs.
Would make
Playing
it too
the prison
easy.
for the first time, and you're just going about your day, and then you just hear a psh in the distance is horrifying.
Or watching the first guard like act out at roll call, or the first inmate act out at roll call and just get zapped into oblivion.
Yeah, that
And I
sets
do
the tone
think-
so well.
Actually, they can't act out at roll call.
Actually, they can. What?
No, they can't.
Maybe not.
Actually, they can't.
Inmates will
They
act out at roll
can?
call.
They
What?
can
can't.
at it's only every other period. Roll call is the only one where they don't. But you know what I mean.
That's crazy.
But I think the cameras in the cells is like literally the best, or not the best mechanic, but a really good mechanic to make like some punishment to searching cells and making it more difficult. So I think I gave it a 9 because like I think the escape is cool because there's multiple.
You know what else? You know what else I'm docking points for? Dev forgot to put floor tiles underneath the freezer in the kitchen. It's just grass under it. Bothers me every time.
Happens in some Pancho too.
There's a lot under the doors that they forget, like to put something under the doors. If I deleted all the objects, like if I deleted objects, I'm sure I would find a door.
It's like the freezer. Leave the freezer.
Yes,
Ah!
it's grass. It's grass. Thank you.
There's a bed in some Pancho with sand under it.
I know.
Okay, well, there's like 2
see the
pixels
sand.
where you can see that.
You can see it
Well,
though.
it's so annoying. I'm gonna fix it and reincarcerate it.
Fix the freezer shit. When I first
Yeah,
played in
just
HMP,
spam
I
the
actually
plates.
did get the kitchen. I got the kitchen job first HMP run.
I usually just stuck with the janitor.
At least
Because of
quit,
the
dude.
desk.
What the fuck? It's so time consuming.
'Cause
Why?
No, I would just lose the job and then reapply for it right afterward.
Yeah,
I
that's
would just
ridiculous.
I would just store things in there.
No, you want the mailman job because you can search cells that way.
That is actually a really good mechanic that is very underused. I wish that was told to you in the chips.
And all the janitor / gardener jobs is really good for exploring the prison, getting a lay of everything.
Yeah, because the guards don't get on your dick for not going to the job, because your job is everywhere.
Yeah.
And your objective is to just go throughout the prison and find little spots.
That's why
So
the
you're-
starting job is always the janitor or gardening, is because it encourages you to explore.
Actually,
Laundry.
on Center Perks, it's laundry.
Well, on Center Perks, you're fucking around for the 10 hours of free time, so...
Do you know what the job is on the tutorial map?
What?
Laundry.
Wow.
Center
Thanks for
Perks.
enlightening us.
Just wanted
That's
to know.
wild.
Is it wild? Is it that wild?
That's wild, dude. Wild. Turtles give it a 6. Why did you give it a 6?
Because whenever I play it, it's literally just buying like 6 items that all cost a lot, and because they're mad at you and they're also like high value items, and that's literally it. With that, you just get the red key and cutters, and you're out. Like
You
so
need a
boring.
grappling hook.
You can
Yeah,
say
grappling
that
hook
about
is
just about every
buying
prison.
items. Grappling hook is
Yeah,
bought.
that's not the
stuff.
best. I know what you mean about buying a lot of things. I wish some of the items were obtainable without purchasing. That's why we play
Like
TWD.
the boat, like buying stuff for the boat alone is fine, but for the grappling hook too, like makes me want to kill myself.
I wish they made the prisoner stashes have balsa wood in them. Any other TWD fans? Maybe throw some balsa wood in here.
Or yeah, like
Yes.
throw balsa wood just on the floor or the roof, just so you can pick it up.
Just
Yeah.
just give it to the player as they spawn in.
Right,
yeah, sure.
right here. I want it right here. You gotta cut and get this zip line here.
No, I
And
mean
there's
like
balsa wood right there.
HMP offshore stuff. Like you just drop it on the floor of the roof so you can see it, but you can go and pick it up if you get a grappler. Or something.
Like the stun gun he's talking about.
B.
Blake.
I don't
like a
I
high
don't
B,
think it's B.
high
was
B or
going
low
S tier.
A. Do not put an S. If you put
I
HMP Iron
honestly
Gate above
think
San
it's
Pancho,
S,
I would.
but I
fuck.
think-
Put S tier. No.
Dude, it's not
Okay,
better than
look,
San
look.
Pancho. You're crazy if you think Iron Gate's better
Eater.
than San Pancho.
Either
Oh,
I
it's
think it
A.
is S, but because half of us don't think it's S and it's more towards A and B, I think we just put it high A, maybe switch it to S if there's nothing ranked better.
Put San Pancho higher. It is not better than San
genuinely-
Pancho.
if
D-tap is
this is-
S tier.
If this is A tier, I think we're gonna have one S tier in the entire tier list. So
Duct Tapes forever
Dead
is
ass.
S
San
tier.
Pancho. San Pancho is better than HMP Iron Gate. That is my
Oh,
like
It's
absolutely my
San!
valiantly
It's San!
believe that.
Wrong.
It's San! It's not San!
It's
Can
song.
we?
San
It's
Pancho.
San
Fucking whatever.
Pancho.
San Pancho.
the
whatever.
I
phonetics
used to
line
say
up.
San
HD
Pancho.
white
The
boy.
phonetics
I'm
line
white.
up to be
I'm white.
San.
Okay.
Jesus. Next map on a Jingle Cells.
Story map. This one has a story involved with Santas.
What
So
did I write down for that map, Eater?
It's the only sequel. Prison.
Yeah.
what you
For some
talking about?
reason
What you
it's
wrote
first.
down for every single fetch quest item? We'll get to that. in a
Yeah, what
second.
did
Let
I
me
write
look
Did
up
he
the map.
actually? Oh my goodness.
Where's
Let's go
Jingle?
back.
Yeah.
Jingle
All
has
right.
good fetch quests.
So
Very
what I'll
green.
say is Mystic and Blake generally ranked the fetch quest maps lower than Turtles and I did. Turtles and I
It's
generally
kinda
ranked
like-
them high.
It's
And
just
you
go get
guys ranked
thing.
them.
It's like little like mini escapes that you have to do for each item. It's pretty cool.
That's what I think, is that it requires exploration, it requires going places you would never go, it requires getting different items, all for the sake of... And honestly, none of the items are that challenging to get to. Like, maybe you can argue the truck one, but like, I wish this room maybe had some inclination that it's the way to get there through the vents. But other than that, like, this is just a guard outfit. These two are literally just behind a job.
Yeah.
One of them is cutting this fence here and requires a fake fence. And I think that's it.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
that's it.
recycled from Sweatshop though.
This map came
Yeah.
first, buddy.
No, Santa's in
Yeah,
the
they
story.
made the sequel for.
Yeah,
for
the sequel is
Sweatshop before.
first for some reason.
Yes. This map came first, like, in terms of creation. Just
So
like
What?
it came, they made it first.
Well, yeah, because Team 17 made the other ones.
Are you telling me that Jingle Cells was created before Santa Sweatshop?
Yeah.
Yes.
Am-
You know
am
how
I the
some of
only
them
one that thinks
say
that makes
Team
no sense?
17 you know those some of the maps say Team 17 presents?
Sweatshop
Yeah.
and Jingle Cells are both. They both say that.
Jingle Cells does not say that.
Sweatshop
does.
was very.
What? It does. I take that back.
Oh,
I don't have time for
oh,
this.
Never mind.
I can't tell you Jingle came first. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
What?
it
Like
does.
creation.
No. Sweatshop obviously came first.
No,
Mm-mm.
it didn't.
Notice how all the
Why would
inmates-
why would they make?
Notice
why-
how all
why
the
would they
inmates-
make it
Honest
the
Prisons,
fucking-
Jingle Cells comes first.
Okay,
Notice
check
how all
Steam
the-
News.
No, I mean in terms of creation. I mean they sat down and made Santa Sweatshop, and then the next year they made Jingle
Mhm.
Cells.
I'm checking
No.
the Steam News. I'm checking the Steam News.
Jingle Cells has like normal inmates because I don't think they figured the idea of making the inmates elves and the guards.
No, because
elves.
they had already made Escape Team by that point.
No, Jingle Cells was the first fetch quest. I thought.
No, it's just at the beginning of the list because it's weird. Why would they sit down and make this sequel to Santa's Sweatshop before they even made Santa's Sweatshop? The
Because
note is
they
talking
didn't
all
think
about what
there-
happened in Santa's Sweatshop.
They're just talking about a sleigh crashing.
The note directly references Santa's Sweatshop.
Yeah, here
No,
it
it
is.
does not.
It says
Yes.
says Santa's Sweatshop was first.
Obviously.
Fucking way.
And creation.
What do you mean
and
no
creation.
fucking way? It's the first prison before Jingle Cells. Why do you think they'd make the sequel to fucking Santa's Sweatshop
I
before
remember
Santa's
Jack
Sweatshop?
I remember Jack or Dan TM playing it.
Yeah, he played it after Santa's Sweatshop. Dan played Santa's Sweatshop, and then the next year he played Jingle Cells. And then for
I
some
thought it was
reason,
the
no
other way
other prison in the
around.
game. Why would you
Hold
think
on.
that? It's the sequel, bro. And Jack also played Santa's Sweatshop, but he was fucking done with this game by the time he did, so...
He played TWD and got to Merryweather and quit.
I know, he quit right before the prisons got good. It's so frustrating.
What do you mean when before the prisons got good?
Because he was bitching about it being just like the normal Escapist, but
That game
Woodbury
is a work of
completely
art.
changes it.
That game is a work of art.
Woodbury changes from the formula, but he quit right before he got to that. The thing he was complaining about.
That game is a absolute masterpiece.
Wait, what
I
happened?
still-
What
I
was the
still don't like
development
All right, back to Jingle Cells instead of this bullshit.
Jingle Cells, I think, does the whole get the items a bit better than the other ones.
I
in my
legitimately
opinion.
can't even remember what I said for it. Like, it's...
You said a 5 out of 10.
Oh.
As
Well,
did Mystic
yeah.
with the note TWD ass gameplay.
No. No.
I think this map does the fetch quest very well.
Yeah,
I give it no better than a B.
I think it's the best of all of them, just because it's the smallest
Definitely
of all the
not.
maps.
Calling it better than D-Tap is a sin.
No, I think D-Tab is way better.
What
Yeah,
do we
solid-
think in
a
relation
solid
to I
high
think, I think it goes.
Shanken's
no,
better,
I think it
obviously,
goes here. I think it goes here. I take it back.
Arr.
Don't growl at
I
me.
think size-wise, Jingle Cells is fine. DTAF, there are merits.
DTF is awesome. You're
Don't worry,
underground
there's
as a spy and you
Shut the
rocket
fuck.
out. It's the
We have
best-
band
oh,
camp. We have band
Okay.
camp.
We have Bandcamp.
Stay in line.
C
So-
tier.
So
Bandcamp is ass, dude. I hate
we have
Bandcamp is so
5, 4, 3, 2. Oh wait, no, that's fun. We have 2, 4, 4, 6. So we have good escape. Wait, this is what Turtle said. Good escape just is not fun though. Mystic said, "I love outdoor prisons with no difficulty other than the fact they are outdoors." And Blake said, Bandcamp is kind of ass. It has this really weird backwards digging thing with the guards' quarters. The entire year pissed off because there's nothing between you and a river you could realistically swim out of.
That's actually true.
Which I think might
Go
be...
straight to D tier. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200.
Yeah,
I
actually,
think
please.
this deserves to go to
Band
F tier.
camp.
I genuinely
Move
think this
on to
deserves F
London
tier.
Tower.
No, okay, no, hold on. Bandcamp is not F tier. It's not that
Bandcamp
bad.
is
No, it's
I
not
think
F
it's
tier.
bad. I think it's F tier.
Camp Epsilon. No, Camp Epsilon is F tier. Bandcamp is.
We'll get to
No.
Camp Epsilon.
At
Camp
best,
Epsilon will come later.
Bandcamp is low.
There's
low
no
C
there's
is Bandcamp.
no there's some F tiers in this game. I think this map
Alcatraz?
sucks.
We'll
Bandcamp,
talk about
Bandcamp,
Alcatraz when we get there.
Bandcamp is D. Bandcamp is D.
No,
Bandcamp is D.
D.
I think-
D.
Mhm.
D tier. D tier.
I shall
tier.
break.
Except for you
I shall break to
saying
peer
Throw it to
pressure.
the tier.
I shall break to peer pressure.
Tier.
All right,
Tier
that
pressure.
that is not flying. No Italian brain. That is the one of the least funny memes that has come out in the last like 5 years.
Hold spawn.
I think I liked Big Chungus more than I liked.
Not an
Italian brain.
anti-spiral.
Oh. Okay, London Tower. Let's go. Best prison in the game. I love
Um,
London Tower.
So I'm seeing 9876.
We didn't even look at Bandcamp. Just fucking throw us the tier.
We don't need to.
Bandcamp should have gone in F tier. I don't care enough. That here we can do it
We
because
can
the
change
purpose
it
of the
later.
video. No, we need to
Read what we
at
said
least
for
look at
London.
it for the video. It's too big. This map is humongous for no purpose. It sucks. Obviously, this looks like shit, but
It's not humongous.
no, it's
Random
way too
room.
big.
Random
Okay.
room with boxes that you can't
All
get.
right, I've been ignoring the tile set thing until now. This is fucking unacceptable. What are those cells? What are those cells?
It's different tile set.
I'm docking
from
points from
what-
Bandcamp because of this tile set.
I remade
It's a-
it.
It's a custom tile set.
Yeah.
I know, but it's upsetting me so much. I'm blaming Bandcamp.
It's just bad because of the fact that this editor doesn't have the right way to offset it.
I think this is one of
If
the
only
worst.
the guy finished.
I think this is one of the worst escapes, maybe in the game. Maybe in the game.
That's so weird. You have
It's
to
so
dig.
bad.
Like I always dig from the kitchen corridor up and then go right around, chip the wall, go through the red door, and then walk out.
I think that
But
if
it's so
that red
weird.
door, if this red door had some or this wall here had some inclination that it existed, then like I could see some merit. But the fact that these areas are all patrolled, I guess. No, these are patrolled. I take it back. These are all patrolled. I guess right here isn't, but you have no way of knowing that. And there's no way to know. Isn't that underground? Actually, yeah, that's concrete.
Yeah,
I
it's
take it back.
underground. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
concrete. You can't even dig over here. Any final words so we can finally move
It's
on?
ass.
Roof doesn't make any sense.
Oh God, no! Don't even get me
There's a
started on the
roof
roof.
layer.
The roof
Yeah,
is
I didn't
so
even
bad.
know there was a roof
It's
layer.
so
I didn't even know
bad.
there was a roof layer. What the fuck?
This is
so
the
bad.
worst roof in the entire game because the only way to reach
Oh.
this ladder is to.
It's just to
do a
give you a
takeover.
takeover escape.
But
Yeah,
you do the
why-
takeover, you can just chip the wall. But no, you can actually go on the roof here and rope off. Because the rope
Why
really
is
needed
there
to
a
exist
fucking
there.
master key going into the job or the medic area? And they put a ladder in
There's a
there,
ladder.
tricking you into thinking that you're supposed
yeah.
to go in there. So
I
you're
gen-
sat there
I-
just being like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
It makes you think, oh, maybe this is the way to escape because there's concrete on the whole right area. When you get up there, there's literally nothing, and there's no purpose to it.
And if you rope there and drop down on the outer side, on the outer electric fence, can you even get out?
No, you can't escape. There's no way to escape over here. You have to still walk over here, chip, get to the boat.
Oh, so you're just trapped. Yeah, this prison's gay.
Onward to better things, London Tower. So average on this one overall was a 7.5, which is one of the highest
I love London Tower so much.
in the game. I like London Tower a lot. I gave London Tower a higher rating than you did.
I usually replayed it. It was so fun.
Blake, why did you give it a 6?
I just think it's a pain in the dick. Like, I do not often play London Tower, so I can't really give it a fair, like...
You have like 5,000 hours in this game. What do you mean you don't often
dude.
play it?
Okay, I don't often play this prison, though. I really don't.
Only play center perks.
I think it's fine. It is good, but, like, that center room where you're just literally fucking around with yourself in some random room by yourself. There's no guards even in there. And you're just chipping through, like, 10 walls. And, like...
Guards could definitely go in there. What?
Oh,
Okay.
never mind.
Personal pet peeve with this prison: guards can just walk right into your cell.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
what
good
I'm
mechanic, because it doesn't let it be
I think it's an
free.
interesting mechanic, but there's no counterplay to it. It's just they walk in.
Requires a bed dummy. If they didn't do that, bed dummies would be unnecessary.
That's true.
See?
I mean, I guess.
I think it's the first map that I think it does. This room here is probably my favorite part. There were a few things I would change about it. I know when Ice and I were talking about it, there were a few things we would change about this room in here. But I think the idea of like this being like the processing room, like you arrive and they process you like as your inmate in here, and like this is the processing table, and like wearing a guard outfit to then chip into the maintenance area behind it, and then going out of the maintenance area and then going onto the roof, I think is a really cool idea. I think it does difficulty in the best way this game has, because think how like this is the map that took us the longest to get under 2 minutes, and it's also one of the last maps to go under a minute. It and Santa's are the only maps over a minute. Just proves like how impregnable it is, and I think
Let's
act our age here.
act your age.
that was you. You thought it was funny.
I know. It's funny. It's really funny.
Alright, it doesn't mean what you think it means.
Impregnable.
I think this goes S tier.
S
Are you-
tier. S tier.
I
I agree. S tier.
I don't agree, but I know you guys are gonna change it, so
We're not.
And where would you put it?
probably like in between HMP Iron Gate and San Pancho.
Are
Sam?
you so serious?
Yeah, like
It's a very
Sam?
like. You
if
do
it were
these
up to me,
once
San
you've done
Pancho would be
every
an
time.
S.
Is that San Pancho or Sean Pancho?
San Pancho, you fuck. I mean, like in the middle of them.
Thank you.
I used to say San Pancho so much, dude.
And then you realize you were wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
San
whenever we
Pancho.
all filled out the form, none of us put it overly high. We averaged like
7.5.
7.5.
Well, I didn't want to put it too high because I knew DTAF was coming up,
Oh my god.
which was a 10. I think I made it a 10.
Any closing thoughts, remarks, difficulties, comments, concerns?
I think it belongs in A.
Yeah, me
I think
too.
belongs in S. I think belongs in
I'm
S.
getting. The thing is, I'm getting.
So
too
what happens
high
here?
A-
What happens here when half of the people think it belongs in S, half thinks it belongs in A?
I'm
'Cause there's no
getting
middle
two
ground.
high A tiers and two S tiers.
Maybe just
I think
have it
it's-
like rule the A tier.
Bro,
No.
our S tier will be one map. It will be DTAF and nothing else. There's a point to the S tier.
I suppose.
I think it's
A tier.
worthy.
Keep it in us. I don't have
Paris
much of a
is nice.
memory of London.
So, Turtles 7, Blake 6, me 5, Mystic 4.
Wow. I think it's a really good prison.
What did I write down for Paris?
Well, essay probably.
Turtles
Who's
glazes
a
the
fair-
fuck out of this map. Zip lighting ain't that cool when the map is overly large for the sake of being large.
You only needed
I
to
will
read
have
the
fun
first
with this
line.
one. It's
To what?
humongous.
That it's large and unfun, or Turtles glazes the fuck out of this map.
What? No, I love it. It was the first
I like the
map that I
road
recreated by
texture.
hand. Yeah, the road texture is so cool.
I like the track.
Yeah, that you never see.
You see it for a second.
Yeah. It gives it atmosphere, man. It gives it atmosphere. With the street lights as the lights, dude. That's so, cool.
Yeah, if only you ever saw it.
You see it. You see
That
it.
is, it's one of the few. It's the only glimpse of the outside world you see in this game. So, kind of means something.
Trash can.
Imagine there's an escapist minigame where you drive a car on
What
that
is
road.
that?
That'd be so cool.
Is that a trash can?
Yeah.
It says trash can, not can't.
Wow.
Up pawn.
When looking at mine, me and Mystic gave it a 4 in the escape, while Turtles and Blake gave it a 7 in the escape.
I like the big vents. They're all spacious and cool.
I think my biggest problem is all these vents, all these roofs over here have genuinely no purpose for the sake of escaping.
Go to the roof.
There's no point of being up here.
Yeah, yes, there is. You escape
For
via
what?
the roof.
Yeah, you
I
escape
don't
on the
know.
roof, only accessible
Dude,
over
for,
here.
for like going over the wall to not use the red key.
You don't just chip the wall right here.
No, like I mean, you need a red key to get out of there in the first place. So why not just use the roof?
We're
Like, what I
unable
mean,
to,
like you use the roof to bypass keys.
to bypass the red key. If you know you can roof off right here, which is the only spot. I guess you can do it down here.
Yeah, I will be right back. Like right back.
You don't care. Okay.
Tisk. I think the roof is very like you're drawn to the roof with very little purpose to it, and I think this is the most linear escape in the entire game.
I hate
mean-
that you can just like chip a couple walls to like bypass everything. Because you can chip from the guard area up into the ladder room, like on the old escapes. Like I found a strat where if you like just chip the walls, you can get to the roof really easily and then escape from there.
You know, I said something funny.
What?
Look at this.
What is that?
So this ladder leads up to the roof, and there is no ladder above it. And this ladder leads down, and there is no way up to it.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I think they meant to put I think they meant to connect this and put a ladder here, but apparently
This
that
game
didn't
just
happen.
sucks. Of course they wouldn't do that.
This game
Of course they
is a
wouldn't.
piece of fucking shit.
You only found crafting though. I found majority of them. I found guard redirection.
I found solitary glitch, buddy.
Well, you did. Well, before even speedrunning the game, I found that because I remember seeing a post on the speedrun server.
Oh yeah.
Being like, sometimes jungle compound guards go into this room, so use this down patch version for absolutely no reason, even though it does not matter.
Yeah.
And so I found that was because guards were glitching in there from inmates calling them in instead of them actually
yeah.
just going in there. And then like another thing was like sometimes guards get stuck, so use the down patch to not worry about it. And then I was like, well, you just pause a bunch and then it'll go away.
All right.
That was before I even knew.
I'm gonna pause until Blake gets back.
Okay. Well, I can say the N word without.
All right, we're back. Blake has returned.
I am back.
On to Santa's sweatshop, where one person gave this an 8, and the rest gave it 5.54. Would the eight like to obviously nominate themselves, as we all know who it is?
You're recording
the
again,
eight?
right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Will the 8 speak up?
Who is the 8?
You.
Oh, really? I put an 8 on this? Oh yeah, I do like it.
Oh my god.
I think I put an 8 because it's shaped like a Christmas tree. And
It is shaped like a
You
Christmas
did.
tree.
You
And
did say
Santa's in there.
fun prison with good design, Christmas tree map shape.
yeah, and I think
Mystic
I liked
said,
it because
TBD
Santa
ass
was in
gameplay loop. At least the map is shaped
TBD.
like a Christmas tree, and you can pick up reindeer. Two of you put the exact same reason.
I'm actually docking this prison points because there's a sun lounger in that room up there.
It's not a real sunlight.
It's not
Talking
a
about
real
things
I'm
because
just
it's
saying.
shaped like a Christmas tree.
It is not.
You know
a
what?
sunlight.
I'm actually, I scrolled down to bottom right. You know what I'm docking points for?
I can't
right.
go anymore. I can't go right anymore.
Oh, well, you can't see it, but off to the right there is a tiny little corner where you should be able to walk right past it, but there is this one
Oh.
water tile that gets in the way.
That is true.
Yeah, you can stick inmates back there, and they will never come out.
Yeah, I love that.
You can get the yellow doors permanently open. You just stick an inmate
Yeah.
back there, and then they'll never
That's
make
what I
it
always
back to
do
their
when
cell.
I just play.
I think the only mechanic this map that's going for it, in my opinion, is the intellect in a room where you get beat up for it. I think it's actually a good idea, although many would
Yeah.
say it's a bad idea. I think it adds
People don't like it,
difficulty
but I
to a
like
already to a completely piss easy map, because this map is so unbelievably easy. You get one red key. You need like a guard outfit for 2 of them, You need to cut one electric fence where there's already a red item. There's already an item in there that you need. And then the other are just red key and the toy, which you can find in desks, by the way. And you need the green key for it. If you don't find it in the desk.
Find a toy in desks?
Yeah, definitely. 'Cause I remember doing tree escape runs, and it would just be in a desk.
You know what else I'm docking points for? And I stand by this. Guard towers aren't elves.
Grr.
All right.
I'm just saying.
And this room technically these three rooms technically exist, and yeah, I've never walked in them once. I've genuinely never gone in them.
Don't you need to go into one to get the achievement for doing all the jobs?
I mean, if you've done the achievement.
Yeeter does not have any achievements.
You
bro.
don't
He's still
you
doing
don't
that
need
shit.
to do that. No,
Yeah,
you only
because
need
it's
the base
woodshop
game
and
one.
mailman.
No, you only
Well,
need
you know
the
what?
base
You know what I
game.
do like? I like how the visitation is children.
That's actually not mailman,
yeah.
it's Taskmaster.
Visitation is faster on this because kids. And I think the spawn is close.
Little like 4x4-bit kids.
All right,
I
let's.
use it for
Before we
this.
make a very obvious joke here, we're going to move past
Yeah, with
that
turtles
point.
in the room.
What?
Just said don't do it. On to the next part.
Wait, what joke? No, it's not shaped
Moving
like
on.
a day. It's shaped like a Christmas tree, not a day.
That's
What's the
not
joke?
what I'm talking about.
didn't even
I don't
fucking
know
get
what
it.
you're talking. What are you talking
guy-
about?
It's shaped like a plug, but that's not what I was
The-
talking about.
Yeah, I thought that's what you're talking about.
No, I think Blake and
You know what else I'm docking
Blake and
points
Mystic are
for?
picking up what I'm putting down.
I'm
What?
docking points for there being gardening cabinets everywhere.
Oh my
Those
God,
are-
That's
can we
because
move
of.
on?
Oh my goodness.
Escape is
I work
pro,
hard.
by the way. Escape is pro, by the way.
Held world records, by the way.
Four escape is pros. Rank the escape is maps.
We kind of are the escapist pros.
3 escapist pros and some other guy. Rate the escapist prisons.
Let's move on to the next map.
Wait, did we never place
Yeah,
Santa?
we never rated it.
Yeah,
You're
we
right.
never
I
did
really-
rate it.
I really
We
forgot.
just want to move on.
No, we
never
never rated
rated
Paris
Paris.
either. Holy shit, guys! Nobody said anything.
Paris is B. Paris is B.
Why didn't you remind
Paris
me?
is C.
Paris is not B. Paris is C.
Maybe
What
below
up?
Stalag. Yeah,
Really?
probably
Okay, we're
Stalag.
flaming Paris? Alright then.
Yeah,
Ends of
you didn't
Paris.
hear me. You didn't. Oh wait, you were gone. Is it that hard
Yeah,
to
I've gone
go
peeing
to
in
the
the sink.
bathroom before you go to the recording?
It's harder when I have to go to the kitchen and go in the sink.
What? First candle wax on the computer, now we're being.
Yeah, candle
Or
wax
slash
first,
thing
tripping the
scissors be
breaker,
like,
and now we're
Yeah.
in the breaker.
Monday,
Oh,
Monday at 7.
and Monday at 7.
Yeah, you can say that because the viewers don't know.
I posted it to my YouTube channel, so
It's unlisted, so that doesn't count.
whatever, doesn't matter.
So we could change that.
Click on the button.
Please, my 270 subscribers won't like it.
what are we
Nobody,
rating
yeah.
Santa's?
I would say B, but C because
No,
of
it's
the
not a B.
gym.
It is
the
not
gym
a
She
B.
at
shower.
most.
Gym
She
shower
for,
knocks it down an entire tier.
She for being
Oh,
really
yeah.
nice to it. I would give it maybe even a D tier.
Low C, high D.
Low
depending
C.
I
on
say,
which.
I say, no, I say high D because it fucks up a lot, right?
We need
I'm
more
fine
in the
with low
D
C.
tier.
No, don't worry. We got
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
don't worry,
true.
we got plenty
we
of
got the
maps
second half of
still.
the maps.
Put first peak in the right spot, by the way. Switch it with Alcatraz.
Oh yeah, I messed it up. All right. This one did
Duct
have
tapes
the
are
highest,
forever.
the highest average rating.
S tier.
It was 9, 8,
I probably-
8, 6 from Mystic, and 9 from
Yeah.
Mix? Are we dead?
Yes,
Wyvern Turtles.
I can tell you right now, all of my ratings of the Team 17% maps were low, and it's just because it has Walking Dead gameplay.
They don't. There's no
You
Michonne
have to go
in
run around
decal.
the map trying to
There's
find
no-
random shit.
Fuck
At least you
Michonne.
can tell
No,
where
fuck
you're actually supposed to
Michonne.
go.
Okay, if you use your imagination, Michonne is in DTAP.
No, she is
Fuck
not.
Carl, fuck
She could
Michonne,
be.
and fuck Glenn. All three of them.
Tears
And
will
Herschel.
not
It
be-
looks
Herschel,
like
you're
a
already
bomb.
there. Just walk to the guy. Why do I have to wait for lunchtime? Alright.
Michonne with her sword drawn, just hopping through a wall and going into a zombie mosh pit.
Well, go out
Michonne
lunchtime.
killing himself in any way. Onwards and upwards, duct tapes are forever.
Open DTAP.
Oh,
I
that's
did!
it Forever.
Wow, Towson actually loaded.
It's all over my pants.
Why is there a punching bag there? I don't like that.
Because it's random.
I'm not explaining this. Yeah, if you chip behind these things here, you can chip all the like there's like little pillar things here, and if you chip behind them, they just vanish.
Whoa, what? Why is there a barrel in front of that wall that you can chip through and clip
My
out?
goodness. Are you retarded?
Oh, this one here, this barrel here, that's actually there in the game.
No, down left. Yeah, that wall everyone chips through to clip out to the rock.
Yeah,
That's always there.
Are you stupid? There's
That's
a wall
always
right
there.
next to it.
Is that barrel always there? Never mind.
I think this is
Okay.
the best map in the game. I don't think that.
It has the best music. Like music's so good to the point where I feel like it doesn't belong in this game.
Oh, it's in my playlist. I love D-Tab.
Duct Tape
I'm-
for
Which song
music
is your
is some of the
favorite,
best
though?
music ever.
I'm
Which one's your
not a
favorite?
fan of the fact that there's no snipers on this map. I mean, I get lore-wise
Underground.
why. Yeah, I
I like it.
understand. But, like, it takes away a lot of what could have been difficult.
It makes it more interesting.
I think it makes it more fun, and I think it's already a little bit hard enough.
With
I
its
mean,
tight
I'm
corridor.
seeing 6, 8, 7, 6, which are all clearly above average. So I think it's difficult enough. And I think
Wait, someone besides me also gave it a 6?
you did not
Nice.
give it a 6 in difficulty. I'm talking about difficulty, not rating.
Oh, okay.
Because
No, we all
you and
gave
Blake
it-
rated it higher than Turtles and I in terms of difficulty. So I already think we think
It's
it's
because
hard
of the
enough.
fact that you're really required to take down a guard to get a specific item off of them, and if you don't name
It's
the
cool.
first 3 at the beginning, it's rough.
It's cool. I like that.
I
Not
don't
really.
like.
It also gives you a lot of insta-kill items, which makes that pretty easy.
Yeah.
I don't like that the shark doesn't do anything.
The shark is awesome. I love the shark.
The shark,
The
is,
shark
cool.
is awesome.
Why does the shark not move? I want the shark
doesn't
when you
do
walk across
anything.
this bridge to just and just dive out at you.
Imagine if Escapists did shit like that, dude. The game would be so much better.
Good thing
Yeah.
somebody's making the game.
I'm sorry, Ned.
I think though the
Sharks are friends.
I think the desks and I think these two aren't that great, but I think this desk is one of the
That's
best,
true.
like one of the best things in this game. Like this one
Where's
right
the
here.
desk?
It doesn't show up because it's a special item. We've been through this at this point, but I think this desk here, or it may be in the corner here, is like it's just like a great combination of things in this game. And I think the crafting recipe is one of my favorite parts. Like creating a fake recording kit and a fake where you have to get the memo from like a guard or the memoir
Yeah,
tapes.
it really makes you
And then
feel
the
like an
fingerprint.
actual spy.
The fingerprint is the best, where you have to actually lift the fingerprint and then strengthen it with putty.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's not that challenging. I think it's easy enough
No,
to
it's
where
not.
like, and I think the no snipers adds like a good element in that like you can mess up and there's no real repercussions.
Yeah, unrelated, but do people really? I feel like not enough people understand the references in this prison.
You mean
Like,
to
obviously-
Austin Powers?
Like obviously, oh,
Dominated.
no, it's not a reference
It
to
is.
Austin Powers.
Yes, it is.
No,
Have you
it's a reference
seen-
to
have you
James
seen-
Bond, bruh. Austin
you
Powers
know-
is a reference to James Bond, or it's a
Do
parody
you know?
of James
Do you,
Bond.
okay. Do you know who the warden on this map is?
Okay, that's a worthy argument. Obviously, it's supposed to be.
Worthy
Do you know where
argument.
the laser sharks are from?
Okay, thing is, Austin Powers is like a super duper parody of.
It's a spoof.
is-
Yes, I know.
Yes, of James
very
Bond.
much so.
The thing is that Dr. Evil from Austin Powers is directly
Whoa.
based off of the villain in James Bond.
Just
they look
ask
the same.
Chris. Just ask Chris.
Wait.
Just ask Chris.
What-
yeah,
what
what
is
is the
the-
fucking
what is the name
dev?
Name of the main character on this prison.
Connolly. It's a reference to the actor of James Bond.
So this clearly knows that it's referencing James Bond
Yes.
from the get-go, but it takes the elements from Austin Powers in the little shark guy and the villain. Have you read his lines? They're all the lines he says in the movie.
I think that it's easy to mix them up because Austin Powers is a fucking parody of James Bond. Obviously,
no
they're exactly
shit.
the same.
It's a
Oh
Yes,
my
okay.
goodness.
It's
So
obvious.
Just say that it's
it's
a
gonna
parody
be
of
the
both.
same.
This game is a bunch of jokes. Have you like
Okay,
read
well,
any of it? It's
well,
a
all right,
one big
the
joke.
reason I think it's more a parody of James Bond than Austin Powers. The name of the prison itself, Duct Tapes Are Forever, is a reference to a James Bond movie, Diamonds Are
Have you seen
Forever.
it? Have you
No.
seen it?
Yeah,
All
no,
of
That's what I
the
thought, buddy.
all of the inmates. Well, no one gets it because it's a '70s movie, and we're like, what, fucking 17?
I've seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it because Escapist reference.
Okay, I've
No,
seen it
I've
because I like
seen it.
James Bond. All right, is that just me?
Yeah, I agree. I've seen it because I like James Bond.
Anyways, all of the inmates are named after James Bond actors. So, obviously,
There's not that many James Bond actors.
there's like a dozen.
Is there someone named
So
Blonde?
many.
I didn't know there was
Yeah.
someone named Blonde on the production.
Or Piers, or Lazy
Blonde-
Boy.
No,
or
okay, it's
Lazy
obviously...
Boy, or Lazy
No,
Boy.
guys, fucking listen to me. Listen to me. Lazy Boy is a fucking, it's a like a play on Lazenby. Lazenby is the last name of one of the, and fucking Blonde is supposed to look like Daniel Craig, which is the current actor for James Bond. You guys are retarded.
But why is his name Blonde instead of Craig? Which I think is funny
I don't know.
as shit. I was just
Blonde
thinking
Blonde
Craig. That's
sounds
Sounds
hilarious.
lame.
Oh,
Just
James
Craig is
Blonde.
funny as hell.
James Blonde.
Oh, that must be it. No, it's not.
No, if you look at Blonde, he looks exactly like Daniel Craig. You can't tell me that's not Daniel Craig.
It's not
That
Daniel
is the
Craig.
stupidest thing I've ever seen in my
Okay,
life.
It is
After
literally
I-
Daniel Craig. You cannot
No, no,
fucking
no,
tell
no,
me
no.
in this
I
James
would
Bond
know.
themed prison that is not
Hey,
Daniel Craig.
I
It's
just
so
read-
obvious.
Blake. Turtles would know.
I just went through every
know what?
sprite in the
Turtles
game.
would
I
know.
think I would know if it looks like a certain actor.
Bro,
James
send Blonde
Bond.
in chat right the fuck now.
Okay, let me find it. I have it.
Yeah,
Do
that's
it.
what I thought, buddy.
Let's see.
I'm seeing a suspicious lack of blonde here.
I literally, you just told me to. Hold on, it's in a folder. I have it. Blonde. Here it is.
Bro, Daniel Craig is like 90, bro.
He's naked.
He's also-
but whatever.
Okay, can they get above fucking 50 bits or something, please?
No, that's as big as it's going.
Okay, well, fucking zoom in or something. That's literally down to the blue eyes.
Oh, he does have blue eyes in the game. That's true. He's
Down
the
to
only
the,
one with blue eyes.
it's so obviously supposed to be Daniel Craig.
That's actually
He's a
kinda
James
true.
Bond actor.
Just because he has blue eyes doesn't mean he looks the same.
Every other prisoner has black eyes. other
It is-
than
Although
it is a-
let's say Daniel
most
Craig's
other
eyes
things.
are more of like a light white than a blue.
We're dead.
All right, you're you're
You're up in this rage bait.
This is in the barrel.
Oopsie.
Panarium barrel. 15
Made it
or
a little
five.
too
15.
obvious. A little
15
too
or
obvious.
five.
It's an Austin Powers reference. It's going to S tier.
Whatever.
On to the
S-tier.
next prison. All right.
I don't know how I feel about Escape Team.
Blake hates this map.
I
Mystic
don't like
does
this
not
map.
like this map.
What did I
Turtle,
write
I
give
hate
it a
this
7,
map.
I give it an 8.
Wait, what did I say about Escape Team? I can't remember hating it.
You said, never been the biggest fan of Escape Team. The cell searches are obnoxious, and the item hunt feels less rewarding than the other DLCs, plus the escape is ass. You just watch an admittedly kind of cool animation and walk out regardless. Jesus Christ. And walk out regardless of what time it is. No
Good
wonder
words.
Jack guy checks out the fuck in the middle of this one.
Oh, I
What
guess
did
that, yeah,
what
it's
did I
kinda
put
lame.
down for it?
TBDS, gameplay loop, the map doesn't need to be as big
Oh
as it
my-
is, but the map is definitely too big. That is
I agree.
That is
There's
definitely
also
a
just the
warranted
fact that you
concern.
can't heave off any of the inmates because they all share a cell with you.
The Lights Out theme's really good though.
Yeah, I wish you were required to make friends with them and like lead them somewhere, and then maybe I don't know, have
That'd
them
be cool,
beat up
besides just an
beat up a
achievement.
beat up a governor or something.
Haha.
Just shooting. But I think this item hunt is definitely weaker
Yeah.
than.
I
can-
will
Just
say
ship
I
random
like
walls.
it. I like the items involved in it, but like
Oh my
yeah,
god, the crafting!
it's-
This is the best. This is the best crafting recipe in the game, easily,
Yeah.
and it's the best idea of a crafting recipe because you are literally making a fucking tank. If you don't think that's cool,
Okay,
you're
hot
wrong.
take. The job time music in this prison is annoying. It's like
The
a
job type
20
music in this song is
like-
the best song in the entirety of the Escapists.
It's like a 20-second loop, and it gets old fast.
That song?
Yeah,
No
I love that
ringtone.
song.
That is the best
a good
song in the
song.
entire
It's-
game.
It's a
Yeah.
good song, but like it's such a short loop. It gets old kind of fast.
It's a
Or at
minute
least after a
long.
while. It is not a minute long. It's a minute.
It is
no,
a
I mean
minute
the
long.
loop.
The
A
loop
minute
is a
long
minute
loop?
long. Bro,
I swear to God, it is not a minute long. There's no way. You show
it's
me.
like the only song I like in the entire OST. The only one I have in like my
Ah,
playlist.
you're crazy. The fucking job time for Escape Team is the only
Detached
song you
showers.
like. All of Duct Tapes are forever.
This
question mark.
shit is peak. This is peak.
I guess the intro kind
There's
of
no
stretches
there's
it
no
out a
audio
bit.
in the recording, so this isn't gonna show up for them. I guess we'll put it in afterward.
Put it in post.
Skip to a minute.
Blake, listen. No, this is Tim. It has one snare in the background. Listen, 30 seconds.
Okay, it's longer than I remember. Yeah.
Watch.
And it builds up
It
throughout.
adds an extra thing.
I
Do you
love
have no
it.
ears? How is this not peak?
It is so good.
It's not peak, but I thought it was shorter. Yeah, this is.
And
this
then
is
when you hit
better
a minute,
than I
it
remember.
loops. It definitely loops at a minute. This is the same thing.
Okay, alright, you win. Still mid-prison, though.
Yeah,
No.
it's coming.
If you want
Drop
to
a comment
see,
under below.
If you want to see a tier list of the TE2 prisons, make sure to drop a
Make
like
sure
in
to
the comment.
smash
Make
that
sure to
like
smash
button.
that like button like I smashed
turn
your
on the
mom.
little
you
bell.
want
Turn
dick
on the
pics.
bell.
10K likes. Like,
B tier.
Yeah, B.
Fair enough.
Alcatraz B.
Okay, yeah.
Here we go.
Or F, maybe F.
All right. I'm
Honestly.
seeing so I'm seeing 1, 1, 2, and 5 from Mystic. Mystic gave this a 5.
I really don't know how to feel about Alcatraz.
So
not
me
average.
and Blake gave it a 1, and Turtles gave it a 2.
I think
I
the
give it a-
design gives it one more.
I give it a
The
1 on the
intended
escape,
escape
a
is
1
really
on fun,
cool.
and a 10 on difficult. I think this is the hardest map in the game.
What? It's money, and you walk out
I'm
with a
rage
repeat.
baiting.
Because no, this is genuine. Because I think it's too hard to not die. Because if you aren't dying, you're playing like a pussy. And I always end up
Okay,
killing
all right.
myself a lot.
Can I just read my copy pasta real quick for this? It covers everything I want to say.
Copy.
This
pasta.
is my yes. I typed an entire copy pasta of this prison because of how
Oh
much I
god.
hate it. Okay. In the video game The Escapist, Alcatraz, based off the famous prison in San Francisco, is a DLC level that I personally find to be boring, lazily made, and a complete disgrace to the notorious reputation of its source material. Not only is it redundant, as the game's final mainline prison HMP Iron Gate was directly based off Alcatraz, but it completely fails to match the difficulty of said prison. I would go as far as to say that Alcatraz is the easiest prison in the game to escape from, next to Center Perks. A single measly chippable wall is all that stands between you and the shore of the island, not even a fence or outer wall, and the prisoner boat gimmick isn't enough to save this dumpster fire. The layout is really weird with these discrete empty halls and this big random courtyard leading to the job area. No vents, no roof, there's a bunch of locked rooms with nothing in them. They didn't even bother making a library or even a small room with a computer, so they just threw a bookshelf into the gym, which is very noticeably out of place at all times. They made NPC stats high in an attempt to artificially inflate difficulty, which just doesn't really matter since you never have a reason to attack inmates or guards with no keys being necessary to escape. In fact, all you really need if done correctly is a small chunk of money for the prisoner boat and 4 plastic forks. Well, speaking of which, this prison is made literally 10 times worse on mobile and console versions of the game. On mobile in particular, the red key door towards the south of the prison, previously visitation, which here has for some reason been removed, but they didn't remove the tiny stalls where the visitors would sit, resulting in a row of doors that lead nowhere, has been unlocked, making a much easier to chip wall available to the player at all times. Even worse, the snipers in this prison don't seem to mind if you chip right through and wander about outside, and the prisoner boat has been entirely removed, allowing the player to simply walk onto the pier and somehow win. So with cutlery always available, this makes it not only possible, but mind-numbingly easy to escape in literally less than 2 to 3 minutes. Unbelievable.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree to all of that.
There
is
was
the
not a
copy pasta.
single point I can disagree with on that. Not a single point.
Like,
I think my favorite thing to say about this map is the medic desk is, for some reason, right here.
Never noticed that.
This is a medic desk. Just throwing that out there. Some reason that's there.
Yeah, just put it in the regular medic area
Yeah.
because you can't get it normally.
I feel really torn about Alcatraz because I feel like on a first playthrough, like at least the ones I watched, people were trying to go for the exit right out the front door where you're going to need 2 keys and you're going to chip the wall right next to the white door and you gotta have the money. But also it's literally like you just go up towards the job area and you just chip a wall and then you escape. It's so fucking easy. It's
Don't forget the
ridiculous.
entire area out here is like blacked
Textured,
out
untextured,
because there's no
broken textures.
tile. There's no texture for the f***ing tile, so it
They didn't even
literally
try.
is blank.
Like I rated it 5 because I can see some genuine merits, but also there's just so much wrong with the prison that I don't know how to rank it. And I think I like in my explanation I wrote that I was just like I didn't know how to actually rank it, so I just put it as a 5 because I didn't know what else to put it as. So if you want to slap in F tier, by all means go ahead.
Yeah,
It's
please,
1000% F tier.
I'm
What are
honestly,
we
it was
talking
going in
about?
F tier whether you said you wanted it to or not.
Yeah.
It's so
If
bad. It's
if
the
all
worst.
3 of you said it's the best map in the game, I still would have put it in F tier. This is a disgrace to the game. All right,
Yeah.
first peek.
It's just Shankton copy and paste. Moved
Yeah,
around.
I genuinely don't think I've played this map casually.
Never by itself. Like I would
Yeah,
never replay it.
I really never play this map. I played this map on mobile.
Yeah, somehow they did nothing interesting with it.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's
well,
the first.
yeah.
The only reason I can give it some some like
It's the
okay,
early
you're
access.
fine, it's the early access prison.
Yeah, well, this prison wasn't this the first prison before Shankton?
Shankton was first.
It was the first
beta
prison
video.
it was the first
No,
prison.
you're right.
Like,
Shankton
released.
was first. This was like the second prison then, right?
Yeah, technically, yeah. I think.
It's weird. It's weird.
I don't think it's that bad.
But-
It's really basic.
I think it does nothing well and it does nothing poorly, and I think that reflects in the fact that our rating averaged out to a exact 5.
Well, I think you can tell that it's like Shankton because like they're made probably back to back.
It's the same
So-
tile set.
It's the same music.
It's
not
also
same
the same ideas.
or yeah, it is, I guess.
It's the same.
Yeah.
concept. Same
I think
ideas.
I think they
same
changed the tile
escape
set
route.
later. They changed the tile set later to make it more unique.
Yeah, they
It
did.
looks different. It looks different.
I
Did
think
you
it's
guys?
different for us.
I'm guessing everybody dug out because it's the
Yeah.
only way to escape this map.
Obviously.
I think if
yeah.
this roof escape was required, this would be very good.
Oh, that's cool.
But
I've never even
because-
been over there.
This is the best escape in this map. And it's also the only escape I do because I refuse to dig in one of the easiest maps in the game where you can quite literally just pick your favorite spot on the wall. And there's like an 85% chance like
Well-
guard just will never walk there.
What's funny is that you can just chip out normally without even doing any glitches because the warden is not
because the
activated.
warden,
Blue
yeah,
fence.
these two, yeah, these black fences
Oh, the
down here are
top, the
always-
top, the top
this one
one is
too.
so much
They're
easier.
always available. No warden, no
Yeah.
glitch required. Technically,
So
it's
I'd
glitchless
say-
to chip it.
Yeah, I always go with the side that it is glitchless, but Grayus doesn't like that. I don't know why.
I think this map deserves nothing
Same.
but C tier. It's better than Santa's. It's probably better than Paris.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa,
before-
Better than Paris is crazy. Okay, F tier, Camp Epsilon.
So Turtles, you gave this a 5.
You gave Camp of Epsilon a 5?
I should have given it
Mystic
like a
gave it-
3.
I
Mystic
really have
gave
no
it a
opinions on Camp
2,
Epsilon.
and I give it an 8.
Hey, are we on drugs?
Camp
I would
Epsilon
put this
is
map-
crazy. I will say that's crazy.
I would put this map in top of A tier.
What?
No. No. Okay, you gotta explain yourself.
Wait, what? No, this is rage bait. This is rage bait.
I can show you the
Explain.
document. I put an 8 on difficulty, 8 on escape, 7 on fun, and an 8 overall.
You put 7 on
No.
fun?
Not
Yeah.
fun. What?
This guy's in another
Opposite of
multiverse.
fun.
All right.
We rated a 1.
Why does the place look like fucking Vietnam, like Afghanistan?
I like the smiley face grass.
That
Me
is
too.
true. I do like that.
Me too. First off, this map is somewhat difficult, and I like that. I think difficulty is very important. I think the layout is very small, and is the best thing is that this map is tiny, and I like it. Is you don't have to run across the entire map. I think there's the
I get
guard amount, the amount of guards on this map that walk up by the cells, and the cells being see-throughable means there's some merit to the idea of where's the job? Isn't there like a bookkeeper job or something? Yeah, up here. The librarian job. It puts some merit behind that, and it makes like getting desks like an important thing to think about. Then so what? Difficulty I've already touched on. I think it's so fun. Why do you guys say this is not fun?
It's just like really awkward, I think.
I think it's not. I wouldn't say it's awkward at all.
It's just weird because you have to go all the way to the generator and then walk all the way back.
I'm not
to
talking
that
about the escape. I'm
wall.
talking about for fun.
Just fun. Like, well, for one, the desks being visible.
I think that's a good mechanic.
But it doesn't make it fun though.
I think it makes it more difficult. Which I enjoy.
Maybe.
Any thoughts from the peanut gallery? Or?
Really, I hate how there's just really only one way to escape from this prison.
I just
I
don't
don't
like
think
it.
there's only. I think there's not. I think there's multiple ways you can escape from this.
Yeah, I think
I
there
can't.
is
I
too.
can't even place it. I think it's the bathroom. That bathroom is just really. I
Oh,
don't
totally.
like it.
Yeah, I don't think the map looks that great. I hate the color. The worst
Yeah,
one,
the
like these are
color
part,
it looks
the
ugly.
color is so ugly. Oh my god, it's ugly.
I unironically hate that all of these cells are outdoors because of the fact that the game can glitch and the sniper will just shoot you for no reason.
Oh, in your bed? Yeah, totally.
What? Oh yeah,
You can get shot in your bed.
Because like lights out shit.
that is true.
Yeah, totally. But I think so. The ways to escape, or I think usually, is red key, generator off, and your two choices are to run back and cut a fence, or
Which is
to go
just
on the
not
roof,
a smart idea.
grapple, zip line, rope off, and cut the fence.
That's definitely intended.
Definitely intended. 100% intended. And I think that's a really cool route. Like, it requires a lot of items. It's
Well, the thing with requiring a lot of
interesting.
items is that it doesn't have a lot of desks, which is another one of my main gripes with this prison, because there's not a lot of desks.
The problem is that
There's 9.
it's
not that
you just
bad.
don't know you need
Fair
all
enough.
of that stuff until you're going for the escape.
That I will agree with, totally. You don't know that you need a grappling hook and a zipline hook. But you can scout
like-
it beforehand.
Like you
You definitely
already
can
have your
scout
red
that.
key and your contraband pouch, and you're getting to the generator. You probably have your cutters. You're just gonna go cut the fence. You're not gonna go through all the extra effort to get
That's
a grappling
true.
hook, get a zip line.
Yeah, but the
But
player
they
might also
also-
think
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
player might think that it's gonna run out by the time, which I think is what Chris was trying to like make happen, with it being so far across. Like the zipline has to be the only way to get across as fast as you need to for the generator.
I also think it's clear that you're supposed to come up to the roof and realize you need a grappling hook, because he put this here, this drop off, so you don't need a rope, so you can't get like stuck up here, so you can get off and you can still have your red key and orange key out. Your orange key will only have one use gone, and your red key can still go back through. I think he purposely did that so that like you're supposed to get to the roof, realize you need a grappling hook, be able to see the zip line, because I'm 95% sure you can see the zip line from this wall here. You know there's a zip line, you know there's a roof, and you know you need to cut an electric fence out here. So you know you need a grappling hook and you need a zip line hook to get back over to escape. So
Okay.
It uses all
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
roof.
I think it uses the roof well. I think it requires a lot of items and it's difficult. I think the item, like, there's 9 desks, which is definitely not that many, but it's not that bad. And the fact that, like, you're saying desks are difficult to search, well, you can just get the book job. And I think, what was I going to say? Inmate shops are usually always enough to get, because, like, the grappling hook, you need 2 crowbars, which are both bought, and you need a rope, which is 95% of the time bought. So you're already using mechanics you already use. You're already using shops, and you're already using desks. I don't think there's an issue in regards to getting items. I think sure there should always be more desks, because I like it being faster. But I think 9 desks is enough to where I'm not, like, complaining about the desk numbers. Any thoughts, concerns, comments, counterpoints?
I don't know. This prison just shuts off my brain, honestly. I have no opinion. It's like C
Yeah.
at best.
Like if
I
I'm
feel
playing
like-
through the game and this is like at the end of the game and I'm like, Camp Epsilon. Like I don't want to play it.
I think, I don't know, I like this map. I would put it in...
at highest it's C.
Wow.
Maybe like a low B, because like Yeater likes
No.
I think my argument was pretty good for a low
Don't
B.
like it at all is the problem.
I think my argument was good enough for a low B.
it. I say it's a low B.
I think it's high C. I'll give you high C. I don't think it
Turtles?
qualifies as B.
C or D, honestly.
We'll go
We're
top of
putting
C.
it in C.
But-
For Bamford.
Yeah,
Most forgettable prison in the fucking game.
The walls
It's
are the
literally-
coolest part about the prison.
That's
Yeah.
what
So
exactly what
let's-
I said. That's what I put in the
It's
note,
just-
I think.
It's
Let's
Stallag
look at
with
Fort
no
Bamford.
electric fence.
This map blows. Like it's really bad. I don't think they did
Is it
anything
okay,
good on
is
it.
Is that a texture thing, or is it snowing in this prison?
It
It's
is
snowing.
snowing in this prison.
I didn't even know that. I spent so little time playing this prison.
Dude, this map
The
does
only-
nothing of note at all.
I think the
It's
most
so
enjoyable
easy.
way to play is to wear a prisoner outfit in the night and try and sneak out of the prison.
Well,
Because
getting through the shower area would be impossible like that. Unless you wrap around.
It's not
think
impossible if
I-
you just spam pause.
Well, okay, you can spam pause for everything.
So looking at the stuff, I gave this a 2 on difficulty, a 1 on escape, and a 2 on fun. And I think this is Turtles gave it a 3 on difficulty. So you two gave it a 6 and a 5. Where are you finding any difficulty on this map?
I think I gave it a 5 because it's just so basic. Like,
No, on
yeah,
difficulty.
like getting out of difficulty. Getting out of getting out of the main prison area is like there's a red key contraband detector. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing in the world.
E, dude.
Okay, well, there's,
One
but there's
red
guards,
key
like-
and 1 contraband detector.
and then the
you
outer
need
wall
to cut a
too.
fence. Just cut a fence and that's it.
Outer wall. There's 1
Oh.
fucking fence.
Oh.
And it's not even electric, even though there's
It's
a generator.
not even
for
electrical
no
when the
reason.
generator is right
Okay,
there.
like I said, I never played this prison, so I probably forgot.
This is like, the map is so much stuff over here that I don't think I've genuinely done any of it. I just search the desks and wait until I find 2 files, or I wait till I find a molten cup of chocolate and putty so I can make a red key and escape.
You know what is notable about this prison? I think it's the only prison where you can turtles. The only notable thing about this prison is you can. It's the only prison I believe where you can do the bookshelf.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah.
I think you can do it
bookshelf
on
internet glitch.
another map. I feel like you can do it on that.
Or
This
not
is
Bamford,
fucking
Bandcamp.
Bamford.
Bandcamp.
Yeah, Bandcamp. That's
Oh,
No, Bandcamp just has 2 bookshelves.
What?
I
Sure.
believe it just has 2 bookshelves. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I don't. This isn't gonna tell me
Let's
much. 'cause
go. Yeah,
this is-
let's.
This is bricked, but
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Let's go.
never mind. Okay, you can do it.
it's not getting placed higher
you can
because
also
of that, though.
you can also do it on fucking HMP if you just pick up an inmate or a desk.
Okay, well, that goes for a lot of prisons.
So
The
I think
reindeer
we're
thing?
already agreeing this deserves to go into F tier. Is there any?
Yes.
Well, okay, all right, okay. I don't
I'd put
say.
in D.
Yeah, not
Oh,
F tier because it's not an inherently bad prison. Like if this was a main
I
prison, we'd
think
probably
it
like
would.
it more.
There's no reason for it to
No.
be here. It doesn't change
This map is-
anything.
Exactly.
I
Okay,
think
if
this map-
this was a main prison, like instead of Shankton, we'd probably like it. It's
If
just
this
so
map
stupid.
didn't
Like, out
let
of the
you
way.
cut one fence and
It-
escape, I would maybe think. If this whole upper area here was just wall, sure, I would probably
Or just
say
put like
this is
a
like
put like a white key there.
sure, put a white key there. I would say sure, that's fine. This would be like Shankton. It would be like First Peak. I would not like it that much because it'd be the same thing as those 2 maps. But I think that this whole, with how unbelievably easy this map is for being the last map in the game. I know obviously the
Yeah.
map order isn't anything to do with difficulty. It doesn't change the fact that it's so easy and there's no like there's no like exploration. There's no roof. There's no vents, by the way. Just
Yeah.
immediately putting that out there. There's nothing about this map that I like, and there's plenty of things I dislike about it. So I see no reason why this map deserves to be anywhere but F tier, other than the fact that the walls look like ice cream sandwiches. Which I would eat.
I mean, I say throw it in like
I-
mid D tier.
There's
Lower
one
D.
thing in D tier.
Lower
Okay,
D.
lower detail.
I think it's
whatever.
worse than. I think like it's offensive enough to be worse than Bandcamp, but I would not say it is on the level of Alcatraz because
Exactly.
Alcatraz is just a broken map.
And I don't
Even
think
in-
Bandcamp, or I don't think Fort Bamford is actually really that bad. I don't think that. I just think
Actually-
that
I
it's really,
do.
really
Bamford
nothing.
above Bandcamp.
good.
Bandcamp's ass.
No,
Sure, I agree.
Bamford
I
is-
agree. Put it above
Bamford is
Band.
terrible.
Bamford is
least-
definitely better than Band. Band
At
is
least
broken.
Bamford, you can have some enjoyment playing it. Bandcamp, it's just frustrating to play.
No, Bandcamp
I
is better
agree.
than Fort Bamford. Bandcamp is
Yeah,
better.
definitely. I
You
agree.
are smoking.
Way
I
better.
hate
Okay, wait, hold on.
Bam-
Should we like,
Bamford
should we like
Bandcamp.
spin
No,
a spin a
no,
wheel,
no,
spin a
no,
wheel,
no.
spin a wheel, spin a wheel?
Fort,
spin a
no,
wheel.
no, 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 no,
No.
Fort Bamford is Stallag Flucht with
With
no electric
one-
fence.
It's slightly with one contraband detector.
Yeah.
that you can
We're completely
completely
down the
ignore
middle. We're
because it's because it's nighttime.
completely
You
down
can
the
walk
middle.
straight through it without any care.
We're completely down the middle. I say spin a wheel.
No.
No,
You know,
it goes
come on.
lower
just leave
D.
it like this. Just leave it like this. We compromise enough to get into D tier. Just leave it like that.
It should be an F tier, 100%.
Yeah, it should.
But
It definitely should.
we're being generous
I know.
and putting bottom.
I
tier.
like
gotta have-
I like seeing
you gotta
Alcatraz
have
all
the-
isolated.
We gotta have the standard curve where the most stuff is in the middle and then it thins out at the ends.
I think
What's
we've done
happening
that.
right now?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
we've done
No,
that.
that's
Type
happening
Bamford's
right
in D.
now.
Okay.
I think it's an F because it sucks and it's shit, and you could tell they made it in 4 minutes. Guys, we need another map to put in the game. To the joys of the escapists.
Now we should do T2.
Onwards to the escapists too, guys.
Yeah.
You're just skipping Walking Dead.
Obviously.
That's the
Slide
bonus
path.
level. That's the
Yeah,
bonus.
that's like
That's
a
the
YouTube
bonus
Shorts.
episode.
That's a YouTube Shorts type.
We should
Hey,
do it. Make it a YouTube short.
I made this tier list and I made the Walking Dead tier list because there was no
Hey.
tier list for it.
Well, remember to save
We
this
should do
one.
an item. We should do the item tier list. I made that one.
I think we should
there's
end
a
this
time and
video.
place, and I think I completely agree with Mystic in that
We should end the video.
All right. Any closing thoughts on your opinions on the Escapists as a whole? And
Best game ever
Escapists
made.
sucks.
Your opinion on Escapists? Yeah, like I don't really like this game. I've just been in the
game
community for like
sucks.
6 years.
This game kind of sucks.
this game kind of
It's
sucks.
fun, but it sucks.
It's truly a marvel how you can make a game with such awful programming and it still be this
Programming
popular.
in quotes because it's click
Yeah.
confusion.
I mean, Undertale exists.
Yeah, but
That's
Undertale
really
is
programmed.
It's
coded
just
well
the
enough.
mechanics. It's the
This
mechanics
game is
of it
coded
that
like
make
a
it unique.
shithole. All right. I think we'll end with a little plug. Anybody want to plug themselves?
Yes, I'll plug.
ShopMrBeast.com.
There is nothing I can gain from being on your channel.
Okay.
Go and subscribe to Blake the Blog. I make a video
No.
a
I
couple times a year.
guarantee you 90% of the people sub to you probably have seen one of my videos.
Please play The Escapists Reincarcerated. I need people for
It's
validity.
not done. It's not done.
It's not done, but
Actually,
you
it's
can play
validation.
it. You can play some builds.
It's just really bad
Alright.
right now. Take it from me.
It's-
All right. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go not edit this and finish this by next year.
Yeah, we're making
Oh.
Blake bet this, remember?
Oh my bad.
Penises.
How am I gonna send him the? All right. Bye.